For those select few that are already initiated, you should already know what's coming next. And for those of you that aren't, just chill. See, we're going to get to the other stuff here in a minute, but what I'm always trying to get everybody to understand is everything is vibration. So just vibe. What's up, Samir? It's been a rough couple of days, bro. What's up, Electric Lady? As y'all come in the front door, please hit the like button for me. And understand that it's not for my ego. It's for the algorithm. It just helps me expand the platform. What's up, Official Empress? What's up, Indigo KBH? Coming through the front door with the love. We're gonna give it a few more minutes to vibe and let a few more people trickle in. And then we're gonna talk about what we got going on cosmically. And then we're gonna talk about this new moon. And then we're gonna open up the flow. What's up, Mr. Nobody? What's up? Do your thing, Electric Lady. Yet today, now would be the perfect time to do so. If you're here, you should have already hit the like button. If you haven't, you just might be a hater. This new moon in Aquarius energy, so shit might get weird. everybody had a good weekend. It's time to get back to it though. Everything, Samir. Anything and everything. But no matter what happens, see, you're always at an advantage because you got me. And I don't lose. It's not that I'm incapable of it. It's just that I don't. I realized somewhere along my spiritual path that I ain't gotta beat you for me not to lose. What's up, Lucid Prophecy Tarot? Shout out to the family, Lucid Prophecy. Shout out to all my Aries in the motherfucking house. And hey,
Sky.
Before I get into what we got going on cosmically, and before I talk about the new moon and open the flow up, I do want to address one matter of business. Okay. Hey, it's cool to hit me up and inquire about my prices. That's what I want you to do. I need you to do that. Alright? But what's not cool is to put an order in and think that I'm going to put you on my list without payment. I'm sorry. That's not how it goes. Don't shoot me your birth details. Don't say I want to order this unless you're shooting payment with what you're saying that you want to order. Okay? Let's just keep that simple. If you say I want to order this specific service that I offer, then make sure you're sending payment with that I want to order. All right, y'all? If not, just let me know that you're inquiring about prices and you'll get back at me another time. Because I'm not going to put you on my list until I receive payment. And that's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? And that's just business. That's just good business. What's up, Blow TV? So, what do we have going on cosmically? First of all, we got the sun sitting at about 11 degrees of Aquarius right now. Depending on where you are, it might be at 12 degrees in certain places here. We got the moon at 5 degrees of Aquarius right now. And we're definitely in the new moon cycle. The moon is definitely conjunct to the sun, but it's not going to be fully new until they're both at like 12 degrees. Okay? And that's going to come together right at a beautiful time, sometime, late tonight. So if you're looking for the exact time of the new moon, it'll be sometime late tonight or sometime early in the morning for those of us that are across seas that are tuned in right now. And we still got Mercury retrograde until Thursday at 25 degrees of Capricorn. We got Venus now direct, thank God, at 11 degrees of Capricorn. We got Mars now at 5 degrees of Capricorn. Oh, we're serious out here. We got Jupiter now at 7 degrees of Pisces. And maybe not too serious. We got Saturn at home at 15 degrees of Aquarius right now. We got Uranus now direct at 10 degrees of Taurus right now. We got Neptune at 21 degrees of Pisces still. We got Pluto at 26 degrees of Capricorn still. We got Chiron at 9 degrees of Aries still. We got Lilith at 21 degrees of Gemini. And we now have the nodes at 28 degrees of Taurus and Scorpio, respectively. And, man, that says a lot. For instance, as I was kind of talking about in the last live that we were in, the Sun and Venus are exactly semi-sextile to each other right now. And, in them being semi-sextile to each other, the Sun is still square to Uranus and sextile to Chiron, while Venus is still trine to Uranus and square to Chiron. Alright? And man, you gotta put that ego to the side if you really want to get something done. You gotta look at the situation and realize that it just might have been you. But there's even more to it. There's even more to it. Because this new moon in Aquarius that we're going to speak on here in a second, it's going to add a whole new dynamic into the mix. Okay? And it fits perfectly with everything that we have going on cosmically. Okay? Because if you pay attention, Venus is trine to Uranus. We got a new moon in Aquarius. Okay? So the possibility to meet new people, to make new connections, is at all-time high. And I'm not talking about intimate connections, really. This is Uranus. I'm talking about things that could help you out. Things that could be for the betterment of everybody involved in this situation. Not just you personally. Yeah. And see, with the Sun square to Uranus, that means you got to put your personal ego to the side. With the Sun sextile to Chiron, that means if you can put your ego to the side, then you can probably get some stuff done. With Venus square to Chiron, there's some lessons to be learned about relating to people. And it's probably going to take you looking back and paying attention to situations that you had going on before and figuring out what the fuck you going to do now since Venus is direct. And then, as I've kind of been alluding to in the last few lives, you cannot never forget that the black moon Lilith is exactly square to Neptune right now. And it's gonna be that way for a month or so. We got Mercury conjunct to Pluto right now. Hey man, this is the time where the universe shows you who the fuck is real and who ain't. I don't think you hear me though. But something, it's that Pisces moon there, Mr. Nobody. But we'll talk about that in a second, bro. You got that fucking Pisces moon, huh? But dig these blues, though. Like, this right here. This is the time where all you gotta do is pay attention to the shit that people say. And you're gonna be shown who the fuck you need to fool with from here on out. Cause motherfuckers gonna go to talking reckless. The sun's trying to Uranus. I mean, the sun is square to Uranus. People are gonna talk reckless. Mercury is conjunct to Pluto. The black moon Lilith is square to Neptune. Motherfuckers gonna be lying. Trying to get over on you. And if not that, maybe just try to pull the wool over your eyes. What's up, Heather? What's up to the Vibe Tribe? You know? And so this is the time with Mercury retrograde, with the sun square to Uranus and sextile to Chiron, with Venus trine to Uranus and square to Chiron, with Mercury conjunct to Pluto, with the black moon Lilith square to Neptune. This is the time where you pay attention to the shit that people are saying, because it's gonna let you know who you need to put behind you and who you need to move forward with in your life. And see, when it comes to a new moon in Aquarius, people, I was playing earlier when I talked about it getting weird. You know, people are gonna talk about, you know, eccentricity. People are gonna talk about innovation, but they're missing their whole point. See, Aquarius is all about the people you associate yourself with. Your groups, your associations. Humanity. And so, this is the time right now where you figure out who the fuck you need to align yourself with from now on. With all this Capricorn energy, if they ain't trying to build, if they ain't serious about whatever the fuck you serious about, and hopefully that's about your spirituality or trying to build something solid for your family, then it's time to chunk them to deuces. See, it's a new day. It's not time to think about leaving them behind. It's time to fucking start walking. It's time to associate yourself with people that's gonna put you in a perfect situation to win in all areas of life. I mean, with Aquarius energy, it's not just about you. It's about everybody. Aquarius is the water bearer because they're pouring out a bucket of water or a pitch of water or whatever you want to see it, a wheelbarrow of water, whatever it is. Because it's not about me personally. It's about us. That's what Aquarian energy is about. It's about the group. It's about the collective. I'm going to see what I can do to make it better for everybody. And so guess what that means? That means your feelings don't fucking matter in the equation, homeboy. Guess what it means? It means sometimes you're going to get your feelings hurt if it's going to be better for everybody else. Sometimes you're not going to get what you want acting like a little kid, like a spoiled little kid, Leo, which is on the other end of that polarity of Aquarius. Sometimes that's not going to apply. It's not about you. It's not about the drama. You got to think. Let's align yourself with like-minded individuals. Let's together make choices that are better for everybody. What's up, Kane? What's up, Isaac Asir? That's what this new moon is about. You got Mercury conjunct to Pluto. You got the black moon Lilith square to Neptune. Because all you got to do is pay attention to the shit that people are saying, and that will tell you who you need to align yourself with from now on. Use some discernment. You can see through the bullshit right now, and there's plenty of it out there. Use your discernment to make decisions to align yourself with people that are about the betterment of everybody. I don't think y'all hear me though. Because there's something else to it. There's something else to it. Because we also for the next few weeks are gonna have Mars sextile to Jupiter. You know, I understand this energy very well. See, I have Mars sextile to Jupiter in my natal chart. So I know when Mars is sextile to Jupiter, you have all the energy, enthusiasm, passion, courage, stamina, and blessings that you need to do whatever the fuck you want to do if you just do it. You can choose not to use it with a sextile. Remember, a sextile always involves a choice. You can choose not to use it, and then you're going to be doing too much. Then you end up doing too much in another area of life with Mars sextile to Jupiter. But when you channel it correctly, when you choose to make decisions that aren't just about you, but for the betterment of everybody, which sometimes ain't so comfortable, you might be all right. That's what this new moon is about. Leo is the sign of self. The sun is a planet of self. It's about your ego. That's what rules Leo. Aquarius what you mean, Kane? I have a 6th house Jupiter too, but Aquarius, like, it's not just about them. They're brilliant. They're eccentric. Even genius. They naturally stand out. But they don't want that. They want to show everybody else how to do their thing. And we'll talk about it more tomorrow, but we're definitely coming into the year of the tiger starting tomorrow. And that's definitely Aquarius energy. Most definitely. So all of this is just right at the right time, because Thursday Mercury will be going direct. And once Mercury goes direct on Thursday, we won't have any planets retrograde. That means everything will be moving forward. So right now, with this new moon, this is the perfect time to put things in motion, to align yourself with the right type of people. Your future depends on it. And when Mars sets out to Jupiter, if you'll just do it, oh, you'll be unfuckwittable. Yeah. We got the new moon in Aquarius. And I ain't gonna lie to you. This new moon is exactly opposite my Venus in Leo in my 10th house. And it is also going to be conjunct Saturn in a sense also. Understand that, y'all. So whatever changes come about, they might not be the most comfortable changes. Let's not forget that. But whatever happens will be for the better, and it will be long lasting. Just a second, somebody's at my door. Nobody important. The floor is now open. Or we can just vibe. Leo in the second house. As long as you stay confident enough to put yourself out there, you'll always be blessed and get money right there. You know what I'm saying? You value yourself, and your confidence is directly connected to the value that you place in yourself, and that shit right there is why you get money the way that you do. That's what that means, man. And it also means that, you know, as long as you be creative and you be brave and just do your thing, nothing can stop you. You gonna get money. And it also tells me that unless Saturn's there, also, you ain't never been broke, and you probably won't never be broke, fam. What would I say, Mr. Chambliss? What's up with it? You said, what would I say about somebody with Saturn in Capricorn in the 12th house? Man, with Saturn in Capricorn in the 12th house, you're a very serious person, and you worry a lot about stuff. And with that, man, it's not always best. That's why you isolate yourself. It's because you're a very responsible person, and you take everything seriously, and you want to accomplish something in life with that right there. And because of that, like, you tend to want to be by yourself, or you tend to want to work in situations away from people. Like, for you feel like that's best because you can depend on you, and you're not sure you can depend on everybody else because of whatever happened in your upbringing, whether it was harsh or whether it was just strict, or whether you were just taught to be a person that handled their business, or maybe you had to go up a little too fast, whatever the situation. Like, it's going to take time for you to loosen up with that, and time for you to feel comfortable associating with people. Because with that one, because of everything that's happened to you, you isolate yourself. And you're a very serious and responsible person. And the thing is, you would actually really help people out. You really help people out a lot and be able to get a lot of stuff done if you didn't isolate yourself so much. So that's just something you got to pull up out of there. If you're here and you haven't hit the like button, just stop disrespecting me and hit that bitch right now. Not right now, right motherfucking now. Before I knock all this shit out. Zavia, what's up with it? You said 7th house Scorpio with an Aquarius Venus. I mean, what you want me to say? You're a person who's very intense, and you love intensity. The only problem with that is you love intent. You gotten so used to things that are intense, and you get so used to things being crazy and turbulent in your life that sometimes you can miss out on things that aren't so turbulent, on the simple pleasures of life. For you, it's got to be so intense that you got to feel it. And then with an Aquarius Venus, your mind, you love freedom. You love freedom more than anything else. You love freedom, and you got an intense love nature. And that right there just says that, you know, rough. It's rough on you. That's a lot to deal with. 7th house Scorpio is hard. But the Aquarius Venus, that can be even harder because you love freedom and your brain has to be stimulated. And if you can find somebody that allows you the freedom while also giving you utter devotion, That would be amazing. But if not, it's gonna be hard. What's up, Star? Pluto in the 7th house. Pluto in the 7th house means that your daughter's going to be constantly getting into relationships that are heavy as fuck. Some people are always going to say they're going to be bad, but they're not always going to be bad. But whatever it is going to be transformative, because she really uses her relationships as like a mirror through which to see things that she needs to work on within herself. So she tends to pick partners that reflect Plutonian traits or things that are sexy and intense, but also not so, that also reflect parts of herself that she's not so comfortable with. And that right there, it ends up promoting these endless cycles of fucked up relationships until she sees the shit that's going on in the relationship and makes a transformation within self. And the thing is, like, until she figure out how powerful she is inside of herself, she's gonna tend to pick out people who are powerful and controlling and manipulative and people who just, you know, like I said, reflect some of the most uncomfortable stuff. Daniel, stop playing with me. No, there is no place for Ophiuchus. Come on, man. Don't do that, bro. I love you. Don't do that, bro. NASA ain't got shit to do with astrology. That is astronomy. And there are a billion constellations. Yeah, it's probably because the relationship that she saw with her parent, with one of her parents, or with y'all that has reflected that, Star. But there are a billion fucking constellations. In that case, we should have Ursa Major and Ursa Minor and all that shit. No, there's not any relevant astrologers that use Ophiuchus for astrology, bro. Don't do that. You understand in that system that they present with that Scorpio would only be 6 days long? No. That's not how it works. There's no relevant astrological systems that include Ophiuchus. I love you, bro, but no. That's not something to even remotely take serious. How do I feel about reading your child's charts, and do I think it plays a role in your parenting? It can. I think if you use it correctly, it is. But you also got to let your kids develop the way that they are. Like you cannot and I have a problem with that myself, being an astrologer and knowing my kids' charts. Like I use it more as a reflection. Like, oh dang, he is like that. But I do not like to see parents use their kids' birth charts as predictive tools or as ways to try to manipulate their personality into molds that they think fit. And so there's a delicate line with getting your kid's chart interpreted. Year of the Tiger symbolizes intuition, wisdom. Tiger is a yang energy. It's fierceness. It's changes. It's Aquarius energy. It's brilliance. But it's also, manipulation, it's temper, there's things like that. It's a very interesting year, y'all. Because I'm coming into that, I guess it just means that I'm coming into my 36th year, because I'm born year of the Tiger. I'm having a Jupiter return. I'm having a Lilith return. I'm having a Mars return this year. Like, I got all that shit going on, man. In a 12th house perfection year. Oh, man. Xavier Blue, you said Aquarius with a Cancer moon, Lilith in Pisces. That's a lot. Aquarius with a Cancer moon. You don't let your emotions control you, but you feel so much. And you also think about how you feel a lot with that one. And then, with that Lilith in Pisces, like, you don't want to deal with shit. You have so much going on. You care so much about everybody. First of all, you feel, with the Cancer moon, you feel responsible for people, like in a mothering way. You want to make sure that everybody's taken care of. With an Aquarius sun, that means everybody. Not just your family, that means everybody. But with Lilith in Pisces, when it gets to be too much, sometimes you don't want to deal with it. And that's a problem. Until you learn how to integrate that and just have extreme compassion to the point where, man, you know what? I'm willing to lay it all on the line for everybody. That's what that means. With Lilith in Pisces, that's really the two choices. Either be somebody that doesn't want to deal with shit, so you run into things that aren't so healthy and end up having some crazy experiences, and it can really, blur the lines between whatever reality is for you. Or you have an extreme compassion that isn't always healthy for you. And so, that's a lot, Xavier. But you all right, though. You gonna make it. And what somebody say about the Aquarius moon? Hold on. ER, you said you have your Mars in Aquarius, and you heard that sometimes planets in Aquarius behave like Cancer. Any info on this? No. Cancer and Aquarius are in conjunct to each other. They have no understanding of each other whatsoever. They're not alike in modality. They're not alike in gender signature or energetic signature. They're not. Cancer is feminine, Aquarius is masculine, and they're not connected in element either. They have no connection whatsoever. That means they're Cancer and Sagittarius, and Cancer and Aquarius are the two signs that really have no understanding of each other whatsoever. Now there's other signs that have no understanding with other signs, but those three right there, they have trouble understanding what the other one is about. That doesn't mean they can't get along. It just means they have trouble understanding what the other one is about. Oh no. Aquarius is the water bearer for a reason. What's up, Aries Ascendant? My boy Daniel, I actually just did a whole little 20, 30 minutes talking about, you know, what this new moon is about. Feel me? All you gotta do is rewind that for me, homeboy. But really, more than anything else, Daniel, this new moon is about aligning yourself with the right people, making sure you're fucking with people that, you know, are good for you, not just good to you, not just fun, not people that just want to give you attention and cater to your ego. But this is about making sure you align yourself with the right people. And you know, air is thoughts too. So it starts with a thought. It starts up here. You need to get your eyes on the prize. We're coming out of all this retrograde energy. It's time to stop looking backwards. The difference between Capricorn and Aquarius is, even though they're both Saturn ruled, is Aquarius's eyes are on the future, always, and they're still disciplined. And they're willing to be different because of Uranus's influence. But with Capricorn, there's worry in the mix. What's up, Chris Marquez? Because there's a tendency to look backwards. And so, with that, with that right there, man, it's just about being disciplined. From now on, looking forward. It's time to go forward. It's the Lunar New Year. We got all these planets coming out of retrograde action. We got Mars sextile to Jupiter. We got the new moon in Aquarius. Yeah. I say it's time to start working towards a better tomorrow. And Saturn is conjunct this new moon. So it's time to start working towards a better tomorrow. When I say work, the emphasis is on the word work. Because with Mars sextile to Jupiter also, that means there's going to be some action to it. With Mars exalted in Capricorn, there's going to be some work you're going to have to put in. You're going to have to take the necessary steps. But if you do so, there is blessings to be had. Yes, we were just talking about Psyche and Eros the other day. I'm not adept enough to talk about them explicitly because I don't study asteroids extensively. But Electric Lady here has a pretty well extended knowledge of asteroids, and there's another astrologist in my group, which is called PrIcElEsS Knowledge himself also, Dale Howell, who's also an amazing astrologer when it comes to asteroids. My mouth is dry as hell. Hold on. You got Mars at 0 degrees, any viewpoints from anywhere. I mean, bro, I'm gonna be honest with you. Mars at 0 degrees is a critical degree. But when I see 0 degrees, I just see clear karma. Alright? That's a clear manifestation of that energy. And it has a little bit of that other energy, but it's clear karma involved when I see 0 degrees. That's what I was taught as far as becoming a Vedic astrologer. I don't put significance to every degree. But 0, 29, 22, those critical degrees do have certain karmic significance to it. Now, Shamir, you said Venus squared the moon. I don't know what you said with moon to vertex, but you asking a lot, Shamir. I'm gonna answer 1 or 2 of them, bro. Venus squared a vertex. I'd have to know what your vertex is. But Venus squared a vertex just means that, you know, sometimes you're a little bit too nice to get the shit that you really need to get accomplished from a soul standpoint. It gets in the way. Appreciate it, my magic. Pluto in conjunct to your moon, man. Means you have powerful emotions, but you don't understand your own emotions. So what you got to do is get to know yourself a little bit better. Figure out what your triggers are. Figure out what makes you feel so intensely. That way you can get a handle on it. Because if not, you're gonna be, you know, having some emotional outbursts and some manipulative, controlling behavior come out, where you don't understand why you did it or what you're doing. So with that right there, you gotta, with a Queen Cups or in conjunction, is all about getting to know what's going on in the situation, becoming aware, letting the energies become aware of each other. Because as I was just saying, an in conjunction or a Queen Cups represents 2 energies that have no inner understanding of each other because they're not connected in any way, form, or fashion. Libra Mars. Bro, I just, right there, that just, I mean, with that Libra Mars, it just tells me that, you know, with that 0 degrees, first of all, you think too much. You think too much. Sometimes you got to stop thinking so much and commit to just taking action. That's what that means. Same thing with Sun in the 3rd. You're a very bright person, but you think too much. Sometimes you talk too much. You gotta chill. Sometimes you just can't think or talk, you just gotta do some shit. Mars in Aquarius, Jupiter in Pisces, Saturn in Sagittarius. Mars in Aquarius. Means you're a pretty calculated person, but there's really no telling what you'll do. There's really no telling what you'll do. But everything you do is, you know, you think about it more. So you're a very cerebral person. All right. Whether people understand it or not, you know what you got going on. With Jupiter in Pisces, you're a spiritual person. I have Jupiter in Pisces. You have a good sense of humor. You keep the faith. And because of that, you're usually saved against the worst happening to you in most situations. You believe that you'll be all right, so most of the time you end up being all right. It also points to intuition, musical talent. One of the, having a main line to the divine that is uncanny with Jupiter and Pisces. Like, you are psychic. You are an empath. You do, have access to things beyond just this plane of existence, because that connection is blown up with Pisces. With Saturn and Sagittarius, you think negative. Something happened to you when you were younger that made you, not believe that you're able to do as much as that you're able to do, and because of that, your positivity has been stifled. So it's going to take, and you also have a lack of faith. And so it's going to take time and situations for you to start believing in yourself, and for you to shake out of that negative mindset and start believing that, hey man, your thoughts do affect the situation. So you better start thinking positive. If you're here and you haven't hit the like button, just do that shit right now. Samir, you said Lilith square Lilith. Lilith square Lilith means that right now, if you're talking about in transit, Lilith square Lilith means that right now that you might be feeding into some of your more negative behavior cycles. And so either you're gonna figure out a way to integrate that shit right now, or you're about to go through some rough times. It's up to you. It's up to you. Either you finna have some conflict in your life, or you're having, with Lilith square to Lilith, either you're having some conflict, or this is the time where you're empowering yourself. This is the time where you're getting to know that part of yourself, and you're becoming comfortable with that part of yourself that you weren't so comfortable with before, and it's actually making you feel stronger. Oh, that's definitely gonna happen too. Mr. Nobody, you said Mars in Scorpio at 8 degrees. Could that indicate something? Other than you just being nasty? No. You just nasty. You just freaky than a motherfucker. Yep. That's where Mr. Nobody wanted me to tell him. He know that. Xavier, you said, what does it mean to have Taurus ascendant with Saturn in the first house? It means that you're a solid person. It means that you're very reliable. It means that you're sturdy, sometimes even stubborn. It means that you are a deliberate person. It also means that you can't be around no nastiness. And you take situations seriously, and you're responsible, and you're about business, and it also tells me that you don't fuck with everybody, but if you do fuck with somebody, you fuck with them the long way, and you have high expectations for both of y'all in this situation. That's what it means. And then with that Taurus rising, that also tells me that you got Scorpio in the 7th house. With Scorpio in the 7th house. You got a darkness inside of you that you project onto other people. But maybe that's what makes you so solid. Because you know that. Star, you said you got 2 kids with Gemini rising. Any insight? Yes, keep their brain stimulated. Books. Talk to them. Constantly assess their brain. Constantly give them stimulation, because they can handle it. Okay? Teach them stuff. But make sure that you teach them some follow through also. Because they're going to be interested in so many different things because they're so intelligent that they can get too many irons in the fire, and then that causes a problem. So let's not do that. And they just want to be, because of their nature, they're going to want to be involved with people that they can learn from. So until they're grown or whatever happens, if they're not grown yet, be the person that they can learn from. And it don't have to be just books, like book knowledge. Talk to them, because people learn in different ways. This motherfucking blunt won't stay lit, and I'm finna start crying. Too much wax in that bitch.
Fuck with me, fellas.
Lucid, are you still here? Lucid Prophecy, are you still here with us? Let me know. If you ain't, that's all right too. But I was gonna answer your question while you still here. Well, my man will watch this later on. But Lucid, you were asking about Dahanista Nakshastra. And Dahanista Nakshastra is really about people that are about having money. Like Dahanista Nakshastra is about, manifesting vivacity and confidence and, and constancy of purpose with that. It's almost like Taurus energy or something. And these are people that are geared towards luxury and the good life. And this is one of the most vibrant nakshatras in the whole, in the whole spectrum right there. Okay, Danarista. It's not Taurus. It's the good life. Let's just say that. It's the good life, man. That's what it's about. Because, in all honesty, even though it might fall within a certain month or cycle, the nakshatras are not about the sign that they're in. The nakshatras are way more about the deity that they're associated with. Okay? And Danarista. Or Danarista. That's just, that's just the good life right there. But you gotta work towards it. Daniel, you said can we find career paths in astrology? Absolutely, fam. Looking at 10th house. Looking at 6th house. Look on that midheaven. Mars 6 degrees of what? Aquarius North Node in the 8th house. Aquarius North Node in the 8th house. That tells me that you're gonna go through some experiences in this life that are gonna teach you that it ain't just about you. See, in last lives, you were somebody that, you know, took center stage. You liked a lot of attention. You were somebody that commanded a lot of attention. You were a leader in a lot of respects. You were the king. That's what that Leo South Node in the 2nd house. And you had money too. And you did it by yourself. In this life, you're going to go through situations that are going to make you have to be a part of something that's bigger than you. And they might not be comfortable. In this life, you're going to have to be there to do things that are better for everybody and not just for your own betterment or for your own attention. In this life, we're in the Aquarius North Node in the 8th house. Like, you're going to have to start thinking about other people other than yourself. And often that means you're going to, with the 8th house, that means you're going to be put into some very intense situations that bring that about. Can I talk? What's up, Neri Gouji? Can I talk about Cancer Sun in the 11th house, please? Cancer Sun in the 11th house just means that you're a very caring person, and you're also about, you know, you're about your friends, and you want your friends to be like your family with that. Or like when you become somebody's friend, they are like a family to you. You know, same thing. You know, and you want to be around people that care about how you feel, and you want to care about people, how people care. Mercury retrograde. I would call that one a Mercury retrograde, but you care about how people feel, and that makes you want to be around people that are likewise, that care about how you feel, is what that is right there. And that just means that, you know, your friends, like, that's more your family than your family sometimes. Or it could mean that your family are your friends. That's who you hang out with and associate yourself with, is your family members. That could go both ways. B, what's up with it? You said, can the Cancer Sun, Mercury, Mars be manipulative? Hell motherfucking yeah. Mars 6 degrees of 27. What is 27? So yeah, right there, Neri, that just means that you're looking for friends that you can be family with. And what's crazy is if you find that, when you do find that, y'all can actually get a lot of money together. That will actually that will increase the money that you're able to make in life. In some situation, they're going to put you in some situation to win, because the 11th house is the house of gains. But I also know it's the house of wishes. And so wishes, you wish somebody that you could be family with. Neri, you making friends right now. Vibe Tribe, say what's up to Neri, man. You say you're dealing with a Cancer, Stellium, Sag Moon, and I'm a Scorpio, and something setting you off. You don't know if you can fully trust her. With that Scorpio, you don't think you can fully trust anybody. And I'm gonna tell you what, with that Sag Moon, yeah, they might can be manipulative. With that Sag Moon, they ain't lying to you. They not lying to you. With that Sagittarius moon, like, they'll probably tell you straight up. And if they didn't want to be around you, they wouldn't be around you. So you can kill that. That's you. B. That's you in that Scorpio, just thinking the worst of situations. See, the problem is when you have Pluto in the first house like myself, or if you have heavy Scorpio placements like a lot of y'all, when you can see the work, and when we got Mercury conjunct to Pluto right now, I want y'all to remember this period for these next few weeks. When you can see the worst of situations, when you can see how fucked up everybody is, and you can see how fucked up every situation can get, when you can recognize the worst of everything, you kind of start to think that everything is fucked up. You start to think that everybody is kind of manipulating you. You start to think that every situation is going to offer you the worst. And you can't live like that. You can't live like that. Neri, I'm a Cancer sun with a Sagittarius moon. CB? What's up, Oscar? Hold up, I missed somebody's question. Oh, Chris, you said Gemini moon in the 11th house. Any insight as far as any transiting viewpoints? Nah, bro. If you're Gemini moon in the 11th house, I will tell you this, the black moon Lilith is in Gemini right now. So if you're anywhere around 20 degrees or after 20 degrees, from this point forth, right now, I would pay attention to my friends. And this is perfect time with this new moon in Aquarius. I would pay attention to the people I fuck with. Now, if it's before 21 degrees, nothing as far as transits right now I'm going to talk to you about. But I will say this. Because really you got good transits coming up. Because you got trines coming up with this Aquarius energy. I will tell you this, though. Just because your circle is tight, don't mean that it ain't no extra shit going on. Lilith is in Gemini, and Lilith is exalted in Gemini for a reason. Take it from a natal black moon Lilith in Gemini person. It's a lot of people that thought I was their friend. Mr. Nobody, you said, what's more important, the sun or the moon? They're equally important in different ways. Lilith in Aquarius in the 4th house. Something that went on with one of your parents or both of your parents, man, kind of made you the type of person that, you know. What's up, Cherry Red? It made you the type of person that you kind of go against the grain for no reason sometimes. You're stubborn as hell. You're smart as hell, but you are sure. It made you the type of person that, like, you're going to do the opposite of what everybody else wants to do. You're contentious. And until you just allow that to make you be innovative, until you start caring about what everybody else has going on instead of just being different and being an asshole just to be an asshole, bro, then you're going to keep running into problems. Gemini moon in the 8th house. With Gemini moon in the 8th house, you think about your emotions more than you feel your emotions until some really fucked up shit happens, and then you're kind of stuck in confusion. Or until you meet somebody that touches you in a place you ain't never been touched before, then you don't know how to deal with it. So what you got to do is start allowing yourself to process your emotions in a healthy way. And then you'll not only have access to feelings on a deep level and an understanding mentally, but you'll also have a wide range of emotions that other people would never even be able to fathom. But until then, you can be confused because you're all over the place. And you're thinking more than you're feeling. Unless you're in a fucked up situation and then you feel too much. And Cherry Red. I wish I could. Maybe I'll think about it and come at you with another live. I can't do it right off the top of my head right now. I would have to intuitively really do some thinking about that. But I also want to say this. When it comes to the nodes and Taurus, all you got to think about is what you personally value. And I can tell people what might be going on with the nodes. And I've already talked about it a couple times. But to be honest with you, when we're dealing with the nodes, when you're dealing with Lilith, these are highly personal things. They're not something that is generalized for everybody. That's not how the nodes work. You know what I'm saying? Like straight up, the nodes is something that's personal. It's about what, and with Taurus, it's about what you personally value, where you're personally comfortable at, what makes you comfortable. And then you assess whatever house it's in after that. And the South Node is understand that you are powerful, but you got to get away from that intense and those motherfucking, those fucking heavy ass situations all the time. That's not what this is about for this next 18 months. That's straight up. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's not what this is about. We got to get away from all that deep, heavy shit. It's time to get to a place where you can start building something secure and stable Taurus. And get into a place where you're comfortable on. Jenny B, what do you talk about? What makes no sense for your personality? Yeah, fuck that. Let's talk about it. Hey, I'm gonna try to answer everybody's question that I see too. If I miss your question, either ask again or hit that motherfucking super chat, because if you hit the super chat, I won't miss your question. That don't mean I'm gonna ignore your question now. That just means that if you hit that, I won't miss it. What do you mean, do the natal nodes return to normal after an eclipse? What do you mean normal? You got to... Normal is a tricky word. What are you trying to say, Kev? Oh, Channy B, I see what you said. My bad. That's why I'm sitting here waiting for you to answer me again. You said North Node in the 8th in Taurus, and it doesn't fit your personality. It makes no sense for your personality. How does it not make sense for your personality? See, your North Node is not going to make sense for your personality unless you're already there. Your South Node would make sense for your personality. The North Node is where you're trying to get to. Like, that's kind of what it is. And then when you're thinking about your, you know, your personality, you're talking about your North Node in the 8th house in Taurus. Understand, planets or astrological bodies that are in the 8th house, they're not just there to be observed and can be seen right off the rip. They're not something that's always present. It takes intense situations, intense feelings. It takes something to touch that primordial part of you to activate that. And so with your North Node in Taurus in the 8th house, what it means is you're going to go through some fucked up shit in life that makes you value yourself. What the fuck? Not Angel TD, what you doing? But yeah, with that, with your North Node in Taurus in the 8th house is not something that you're gonna be just comfortable with, or something that you're gonna see right off the rip. That's something that it's gonna take fucked up shit and intense situations and relationships and people and sex. Who you talking to, bro? Not Angel, who you talking to? But yeah, it's just gonna take some fucked up shit, man, to make you value yourself more. and to make you realize that, hey man, you are a safe place. You don't need anybody else. It's you. What? It's gonna be you. Did you ask what? Not Angel. Bro, you Any advice for Venus and Virgo in the 12th house, Neri? Stop thinking so much. Stop criticizing people. Stop criticizing yourself. Stop getting involved with people that only want to be with you because of what you do for them with Venus and Virgo. That's what that's about. Because you do so much with Venus and Virgo, you do so much for people that people start to expect. And then you're the only one that feels fucked up in the equation, so it makes you want to isolate yourself or stay away from people. Don't do that. Or want to be in secret situations where there's a detachment to it. So, I mean, what's up there, squad? What's cracking, fam? Virgo in the 12th is crucial, man. It's rough. He said, can I speak on 10th house in Mars and Venus? Because what if you don't really have a career? Then you make a career, bro. That's what that right there. Mars means that you probably don't want to work. With Mars in the 10th house, you probably ain't gonna work good for other people. So you should probably set your own thing. With Venus, you have skills, you have talents, you have creative abilities. So, and you have a talent with money. So do something with it. I got Venus in the 10th house. All you gotta do is with Mars there, all you gotta do is take that ambition and make something. Like you said, when Cherry Red, you be overthinking all that shit. You put like you gonna confuse yourself doing all that shit. No. Like I said, no. You So Mercury ruled the 2nd house and 11th house in the 4th house. What? That's not, you still didn't tell me what you meant, Sloppy D. Appreciate it, Connect. Being disrespectful. I can see comments that you can't see, baby. Me and my comments telling me to shut the fuck up, and you telling me to shut up, nigga, trying to, you know what I'm saying, calling me a nigga or telling me to shut up, nigga, whatever the fuck, either way. You know what I'm saying? So I can see things because of the filter that YouTube puts on here. I can see things that you can't even see yet. And so instead of being baited and triggered, I just took the problem out of the equation. I'm here to speak positivity and to help people. And I'm a real gangster. So I'm not going to be talking all that trash on the internet and playing games and all that other shit. I'm a grown ass man. If you don't like what I have to say, if you're going to be in here being disrespectful, then either bump it on down, or I can make myself not available to your eyes anymore. I can make it where you don't never get to see me again, and you ain't got to worry about being here being negative in my shit, stopping people from receiving a positive message. It's all up. Alright, Sloppy D, there you go. You said Mercury and Scorpio in their 4th house with an empty 2nd house and an 11th house. See, now, say that, bro. Y'all be trying to use the terminology to, but don't do that. Because I'm here and I'm trying to help everybody else. Like, hit me with something that everybody can understand. Mercury and Scorpio in the 4th house with an empty 2nd and 11th house. Your empty in your 2nd and 11th house doesn't mean anything. That just tells me that money's gonna come into your life without it being much of a focus for you, Sloppy D. And Mercury and Scorpio in the 4th house, you know, that just speaks to you being a very sharp-minded person, you know. And I mean, you're always wondering stuff. You're always wanting to know what's going on below the surface. You're always paying attention more to what's going on that isn't being said than is being said. And it's because of the way that you were raised up or the way that one of your parents were that made you not trust everything that's being said with that being in the 4th house. Something to do with one of your parents or both of your parents made you pay attention to the shit that's going on instead of the shit that's being said. And that pushed you into a whole different situation. Arlo Gucci, no, sidereal is not more accurate. You can resonate with it more. Just like the same thing with whole house sisters. You can resonate with it more, but it's not more accurate. And really, when you're looking at sidereal, it's a matter of perspective, because sidereal is where the planets are. Tropical is where they should be. Because of a disconnect that we had several thousand years ago. But neither is more accurate. It's just a matter of perspective. It's just a matter of perspective. But no. And to be honest, and I'm not talking about you, so I want to make sure that I'm being respectful. I'm not shooting slugs to you. Most people that say they're into sidereal more, or most people that say they're into Vedic more, are just trying to sound more intelligent in astrology. Most people try to use all this terminology just because they want to sound more knowledgeable in astrology, and what they're doing is missing their point. All right, like neither one is more accurate as far as sidereal and Western. Now, Placidus will always be more accurate than whole sign or whole house, and there's no debate to that. It's not a matter of opinion. It's not, because Placidus is the natural flowing of a chart. It's where things are naturally. All right, with a whole house or a whole sign, there is going to be at least one or two placements, and probably several, in that chart that is being forced into a house or to a sign that it wasn't in naturally, because that person wants to see that chart even. They want their chart to be perfect, but life ain't perfect. So you can resonate with your whole sign or whole house placements more because that's what you like more, but it's not more accurate, and it's not going to help you grow being into that. It's cool to know all types of stuff, but it's not a big deal. Babe Bree, you said, what does it mean if the right quadrant is empty, like with no planets? It just means that's not a focus of your life right there. Doesn't mean that's not important. That doesn't mean that, that just means that, that's not a major focus. And it means that there's no confusion. There's no planetary confusion, or there's no energy getting in the way of the lessons that come from that house. That house kind of has a clear place for itself and the energy there. And there's nothing involved there that's fucking it up, or nothing enhancing it, or nothing in there making it not safe, or making it, more turbulent, or making it more violent, or making it calmer, or anything. It's just, that's what that energy is. So you can look at it straight up. And you said, like, on a clock, you're trying to tell me to look at, I can't, because if you think about it, a clock, you read an astrology chart counterclockwise, and you're telling me on the clock, so I'm already confused. And I want y'all to understand that Vedic is not overcomplicated. Vedic is accurate also. I'm not saying, but Vedic is more about the soul. If you want to talk about predictions and karma and generational curses, then Vedic is uncanny, and it has infinitely rich textures that, just layer upon layer upon layer. that, you know, once you get into that and you're able to tap into that, which most people aren't, then you can really do some things. But Western, when it comes to character development, personality traits, is just more on point. It's just more on point. And then also understand that when you talk about Vedic, they're not even as much concerned with your personality as they're concerned with why you got that. And I also want you to understand this. There's a whole bunch of astrologers out here that are saying, or not even astrologers, because it's not the astrologers, it's y'all. I'm not even gonna talk shit, it's y'all. It's the common folk that say, well, I'm more into Vedic. But hey, you're not more into Vedic astrology if you're not studying the Vedic Sanskrit. If you're not studying the Vedic Sanskrit, then you do not know anything about Vedic astrology, because the name with the Sanskrit, it adds an energetic signature to everything you're doing. The way that you pronounce things, the way that you write things, the way that each syllable and each inflection. Appreciate the love, Star. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate the love. But each inflection with the Vedic Sanskrit, each thing that you say, the way that the word sounds, adds energy to it. It's not just the planets. Everything has an energetic signature to it with Vedic. And just like I said with the nakshatras, it's not about the motherfucking, it's not about the motherfucking planet or the sign, really. It's about the deity that it's involved with. That's the energy that comes along with that nakshatra. It's about the energy that that little place in the zodiac brings, and those four padas that come between it, up in there. Thank you for the love. Now, I don't know what homeboy was doing. Like, he just jumped up in here, and it happens sometimes. You know what I mean? And it's all love. Like I said, I wasn't going to feed into it. That's why I didn't say anything, and I just eliminated the problem. Vedic is awesome. Like I said, like, if the way that they talk. But most Vedic astrologers are, once they're trying to make a buck. The problem with Vedic astrology is and I started out practicing Vedic first. Understand that. That's how I made my money at first. But the thing with Vedic astrology is you're telling people stuff prediction-wise from their birth chart that is going to make them want to keep consulting with you. It's not that you want them to get one reading and you help them understand themselves. It's so that you can tell them remedies and things that are going on within their life and their chart so that they keep consulting with you. And so that's where I became a disconnect with Vedic, because one, from a spiritual standpoint, I'm not comfortable with making predictions. I got to a point in my spirituality where I'm like, I'm not making predictions. I want to help people. I'm not here to fucking to scare people or to tell them shit, and then when I'm wrong, it makes me doubt what I have going on. No, what I have an understanding of is people and their nature, and with my Pluto in the first, with my Cancer Sun in the ninth, with my Pisces moon, I have an empathic understanding of emotion that is uncanny. And so with that, I had to step back from Vedic. And plus, I'm all about making money, but I'm not about keeping you on the hook. First of all, I don't like associating with people that much. Vedic is not for mediums either, bro. Let me tell you, Vedic is for yogis and gurus. That's the thing.
Louis.
Vedic is for yogis and gurus, enlightened beings. And most of the people that are practicing are not so. KCC, what's cracking? You said, can we talk about a video about a person's Saturn return? You had a big one and headed towards another. You're 62, Libra rising. You're in it, ain't you? Right now, 3rd, 4th house Saturn, 8th house Sun. Yes, I most definitely will. I'll definitely make a video about the Saturn return for you. Kane, your Saturn return is when Saturn comes to the place it was at the moment of your birth. And that happens between 28 and 32. And that's usually when, you know, like a lot of pressure. Some people would say fucked up shit, but it's not always fucked up shit. It's just like a lot of pressure gets put on you in life. And either you're going to handle it and, you know, going to come out the other side, or it's going to be, you know, crushing. Like I had my Saturn return, that's when I started having this spiritual awakening that I'm going through. And my Saturn is in Sagittarius, so I would have a spiritual awakening. And lo and behold, look, it's in the 2nd house. And from that spiritual awakening, I have started getting paid. I've been through mine too, though. You said, how did I learn to produce music? I learned to produce music because I have been rapping. First of all, let's start out like this. My grandmother was a music teacher for 40 years. And she's a Gemini Sun Leo Moon. And my Nana taught me, my Nana, since I was 4 years old, she sat me beside her on her piano and just played. At first, she sit me with her on the piano and play with me in her lap, and then as I got older, she sit beside me, and she show me like more, you know. And so since I was 4 years old, I've been able to play the piano. I've been rapping or making music with people since I was like 15, but I got signed to a major record deal when I was 16, about to be 17, with me and my best friend. What's up, Brownie? And after that, I was in the studio around a producer who was like my second father. And he just got out of prison too. Shout out to DJ Fed, man. He probably won't ever see this, but shout out to Fed, man. You know what I'm saying? But like he's like a second father to me, man. And he just took me under his wing. And he was the only person, you know, other than my lady now, that ever understood that I'm the type of person that you cannot be nice to. Meaning that I'm the type, with my Mars in Capricorn, I'm the type of person that you got to get pushed. You got to push me. And so he from the day he met me, he was on my ass. Hold on, I got you, Chris. Somebody asked me a question and I'm going into it. He was on my ass. And so, being around him, watching him, I'll be honest with you. I love him, and I love him, but I could not stand the beats he made. He's my producer. He's the one that put me in the game. I was signed to a label because of him, but I cannot stand the beats he made. I love every opportunity. Like I said, to this day, I have nothing but respect and adoration. He's like my father. But to me, that nigga's beat, I do not like them beats that nigga made. And so, I got you just a second, you're not. But, so, as I got older, I started dibbling and dabbling. And when I got out of prison, I mean, to be honest with you, I got on drugs. And when I got on drugs, that gave me the time to teach myself how to really do things on a keyboard and on a drum machine, on a metronome or MPC, which is a drum machine. And, I use Reasons, to make beats also. And once you have a keyboard and you know how to do that, like, once you can play on a keyboard, you can turn your keyboard into any instrument. Literally. So once you have an understanding of music, I'm playing the piano or I'm playing the keys, but it is a guitar that is coming out of the speakers. I'm playing, the keys, but a saxophone is telling you what your soul needs. And so with my Pisces moon and my Neptune in the third house and my understanding of music, it's just something that was natural to me. And it's like, I'm a cold rap. I mean, as far as rapping goes, I really can't be fucked with by most people that I know, even professionally. I'm that cold. And that's not talking shit. I'm that lyrically inclined. But when I get on it, when I get to making beats, when I get to doing that music, with my Pisces moon, that music is something else. That music was something that was just as natural to me as getting up in the morning and going to take a piss. Like, straight up. It's that natural, man. Like, to sit down and just get it out of me. Get that music out of me. And so when I sit there, beats, it ain't nothing for me. Just, it just, when you want to hear something, like, I'm always wanting to hear, I get tired of the same old shit, so I'm always wanting to hear music. I'm always wanting to hear new music. I'm always wanting to hear music. And so when it got to a point like, you always want to hear make some new music, motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? And then I'm a very competitive person, so, and I with some of the Gemini placements I have, I'm good at mimicking. So if I've heard something before, I can play it again, and then I can just parlay it into something else. Music is always just recycling. Music is always just older stuff being recycled, the same tunes getting turned around and sampled or turned around and played in a different key or with a different pitch over and over and over again. Okay? I mean, that's really what it is. How many times have y'all heard Lenny Williams, "Cause I Love You" on different tracks? On a lot. You have Twista's "Overnight Celebrity." You have slow jams too. I mean, you have so many songs with that. You have Scarface, "Girl You Know." Like, think about all the different tunes that have been played over and over and over and over and over again. Another one that's like that is Betty Wright, Tonight is the Night. Like, so it's just with me, like, I just sit down and that music is gonna come. I might not have not one person that have my back in life, but I always got music. My nana gave me that, and I'm about to cry. I'm sorry, but I might not have nothing. But when my nana gave me that music, she gave me a bad motherfucker, man. For me, I just so happen to be cold in a motherfucker. Star, you know, I don't think you get it. I already had a record deal. I already have done all that. I will not. That's something I make beats. I might one day drop an album again just to do it with my brother or something like that, but that's not my path. I don't need, like, I'm not looking to make it big in music or anything. I've already got my shot at that. Yeah, I do. And I would not make music that's not how I make music. I'm not gonna ever make uplifting music. My music is uplifting, the beats. But the words that I have to say is not gonna be, I'm a gangster. And when I listen to music, I listen to gangster music. So, like, I'm not, that's the difference. When if I do make an album one day, or I have an idea for like a lounge type, a certain type grown man type vibe, you know what I'm saying? A jazzy, you know, type vibe, but like, other than that, I'm waiting. Star, I write music. The lyrics wouldn't be different. No. If you think I don't sit here and bust a freestyle or write a rap all the time, like, that's cool. And I'm cold. That's how I know I'm as cold as I am. But rap, for me, making music and making beats is something that's natural. Rap, for me, is a contact sport. It is a competition. And I'm not nice about, I'm nice, but I am not polite. And that don't mean I ain't smooth, because being smooth is just who I am, but I have an alter ego that comes out in my music. I have a black moon Lilith in Gemini in the 8th house. So think about it like that. Just think about it like that. Now, my part of fortune is in Gemini in the 9th house. So maybe if I can parlay that into my spirituality, I can do it. But with me, my little devil on my shoulder comes out in my music. That's where I express my shadow. But all bullshit to the side. I see you, Marcel. All bullshit to the side. When I do drop an album, and I will, I want it to be on a jazzy, you know what I'm saying? It's going to be a rap flavor, but it's going to be a jazzy, you know what I'm saying, grown man, laid back, chill type vibe that puts you in this vibe like we did. It's going to be something that we could all vibe to together. You did? And that's what I'm looking to do. And so that's why I'm stockpiling. You got to understand, my work ethic, my Jupiter in the 6th house, my Mars in Capricorn, once I decide I'm going to do it, it's not going to be something that's half-assed, and it's not going to be something that's going to be done, you know, quick, and there's going to be a few songs. No. We're going to go in. And it won't just be me by myself. It'll be me and my brother when it's time. Silence Daniels. Lilith is the darker part of us. I have a whole series on Lilith, man. And basically, you know, Lilith was the first woman. Not Eve, Lilith. And Lilith had a problem with being handled. Let's just put it like that. I could tell you the whole story, but let's just put it like that. Lilith wasn't about laying down and letting anybody handle her. What's up, Anna Cabral? She wanted to do the handling. And that caused a problem, so she dipped out and became known as a lot of different shit. A lot of people talked a lot of different shit about her over the ages. But really what it boils down to is Lilith is the part of yourself that don't want to be controlled, don't want to be handled. It's sexy, it's powerful, it's dark, but it don't want to be handled. It ain't gonna be handled. Either you integrate it or you allow it to be a problem. And that's how it goes. That's what Lilith is about. Lilith is that bitch. Scorpio and Lilith in the 4th house too. That means your family was fucked up. You probably had some really messed up stuff happen to you with your family growing up. I don't even want to go to it in depth. But some deep fucked up shit went on with your family coming up. Made you not trust anybody. Hey, I gotta go get my son here in about 1 minute, y'all. So I love y'all. I will be coming live again tomorrow at some point. I appreciate all the love and support. If y'all fuck with me on any level, hit the like button. Shoot me a super chat. Shoot me a motherfucking donation in my Cash App. The link is in the description. Shoot me a comment down here and just tell me you fuck with me. Do something. Give me some type of interaction. Alright? YouTube is about interaction. And it ain't about the ego, it's about the algorithm. I appreciate all the love and support. If you're looking to get a chart reading, hit me up in my email, which is mr.turner1300@gmail.com. Do not hit me up in the comments because I'm just going to direct you to my email. So do that. We'll be back tomorrow. Much love to the Vibe Tribe. And the moon will even be newer. It ain't just gonna be new, it'll be newer. But y'all take care, man. I love y'all. We out.
This is juicy.